Hello, everybody. This is Fun Police, and a new Company of Heroes 3 Alpha has just come out. This one focuses on the Desert Afrika Corps, a second Axis faction, and also the single player that will be coming through it. It's only made up of one mission, and I've played through it one time, but I'm getting this recorded and out as quickly as possible so everybody can pretty much see and witness it. So let's just get right into it.
Italian troops have engaged the British forces nearby. They're fighting hard, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed. We need to provide support by pushing forward with our panzers.
So this alpha has a variety of new things available within it. One thing to immediately note is that infantry can ride on tanks. Now, we don't know if this is specifically for the Desert Afrika Corps, but it is quite a cool feature. Then we also have side armor, as you can see right below the unit's tab. You can see the green, yellow, and red areas for its armor, and you can even see the stats of it. We also have a variety of new units. Most notably, the Panzer III is finally within the game. And we also have the German Panzer Grenadier Squad. There's also things like the British 2-pounder AT gun, and things like the M3 Stuart and the Matilda 2. Obviously, this part is scripted, so like these tank won't fight back. And overall, this mission is not particularly hard, but it does show off at least a handful of things. Definitely a bit of jank is still here. These vehicles are bobbing and weaving.
We have defeated the British forces, but more are expected to arrive soon. Return to headquarters and deploy additional troops immediately. Our Italian allies are engaged with a British force attacking from the east. Our goal is to flank and entrap the enemy by capturing two key locations. The trench network to the east is preventing us from pushing northward, while the northeastern fuel depot is vital to support our armor. Whatever happens, we must not let the enemy withdraw to Benghazi. Flank and trap the British forces, then eliminate whatever troops remain.
Then we get access to a whole host of different units, although this is still pretty scripted, and I assume is probably one of the first missions within there. So right now we're just building basic units. The headquarters is seemingly the first vehicle. We don't get to build everything, so we don't know exactly how the tech structure works.
We can restore either a Sturmgeschütz assault gun or a Panzer equipped with a flame projector.
But we get access to basic units. But here's one of the unique ones, the Famo Recovery Half-Track. We've seen actually something like this in Company of Heroes 1, and it is back in Company of Heroes 3. This is able to repair broken vehicles, and we get access to either a short-barreled Stug or a Panzer III with a flamethrower. I'm going to go with the flamethrower because flamethrowers are actually really powerful, at least in this alpha, although this may change in time. But as we also can see elsewhere, we can see there's a decent, at least something of an animation, which is quite cool. I like that a lot of this stuff has really interesting animations compared to just like some of the jank that's in older Company of Heroes.
Now use the recovery vehicle to fully repair your armor.
You can also see, for example, criticals on the various things. So, for example, this engine is damaged, and you can see that there.
Our primary goal is to flank the British forces to cut off their escape.
In terms
To
of
that goal, we must capture two locations, the trenches and the fuel refinery.
in terms of our units we can produce, we have Panzer Grenadiers, which seem to be the mainline infantry. They remind me very much of Grenadiers in that they are equipped with cars, they have a grenade, anti-tank grenades, but they also have an MG-34 upgrade. Oh, there's some units getting involved. As you can see, the flamethrower is doing tons of damage. It does really good and hits very hard, seemingly. Anyway, the Panzer Grenadier squad has an MG-34, but seems very well rounded and definitely strong at supporting. It also can do light repairs, which seems quite good. We also have the Panzer Pioneer, another unit that can repair and definitely has the ability to build things like mines, sandbags, and wires. In terms of upgrades, it's got a flamethrower, advanced fieldcraft, which is essentially a minesweeper and better repair, and then a GRB 39 grenade launcher, which we saw in the other alpha on the Fallschirm Pioneers, but this is essentially a explosive launcher that does more damage against close range units. Then we also have a variety of units in this tab, in this light support company. We have assault grenadiers, which are MP40 armed infantry that have a grenade assault, breaching, and smoke. We have the MG34. We'll build a few of these. We have a medical truck. We have a PaK 38, which is a 50mm AT gun, likely faster to move but less damage. And then the IG-18 support gun, which has pretty far range. You can see it goes quite a far way, and it's got a barrage or smoke. It also seemingly can be towed by half-tracks, which is something we'll see in a minute. Here's our MG-34. Pretty standard machine gun. It'll suppress infantry. But let's go and take a few points and go take this trench line. We also have some other Italian units, which then we'll call those in a little bit, but it's another flamethrower. It's a light tank and a special Italian squad. We'll cap up that point and get that ammunition over there to get some upgrades.
My men have secured the location. Moving on.
But we'll keep pushing on. One of the unique things is that we can take a territory point and convert it to an aid post, which is essentially a forward base where you're able to heal and reinforce infantry squads. And that seems to be one of the strengths of the Desert Armor Corps, is that it's going to very effectively deal with fast-moving units. It's a fast and aggressive faction. Here's the assault grenadiers. They can also repair. They have the new breach function, grenade assault, and smoke. But they're all armed with SMGs for superior damage. Apologies about the audio. This alpha seems to have a bit of a buggy audio where if multiple units say something, it kind of bugs out. I've tried to lower the sound so it doesn't sound horrific in your ears, but I know you're still going to hear it a little bit. I'm going to upgrade my Pioneers with their GRB 38 so we can see that in action. Anyway, here is one of the unique things, a towed AT gun. This is an 88mm flak that you have to tow and deploy. It is unable to move without a truck. So if you don't place it correctly or you place it in a bad position, it's gonna get decrewed. Let's see, we are... But see, now we have the AT gun deployed. It's got a very far range. But we're going to face it and pull back that artillery. So this will be able to help us defend. You can also see the build-in destruction in effect. I really like that. I think it's very cool. And definitely seeing it in this is awesome. Also put a MG34 in my Panzer Grenadier squad, so it's more effective. So now we can probably pack up this 88mm, and we'll keep pushing forward. We do have some other units. Most notably in this Panzer Army Command, we get access to Panzer IIIs, but there's also a Stuka and even a Tiger I that is available. But let's call in some specialty units. I'm going to start off with the Italian Gustatori. I'm sorry about butchering that. But these are essentially assault engineers. There you see we're dealing with a variety of enemy armor. But these are large six-man squads. They can build defenses, and they can repair with... They have a better repair, a smoke grenade, and they're armed with SMGs. They seem like a very strong, well-rounded squad. They also can get a flamethrower, and then minesweepers, wire cutters, with this anti-emplacement package, which makes them seem like a very all-rounder unit. I'm also going to call in the L640. Let's get this Flak 80 moving up. Here's the L640. Its armor is very thin, and it does not have as much health. In fact, about half the health. But it's very cheap, moves pretty quickly, and it has a 20mm on it. We can get a spotting scope or make it a flamethrower. We'll use the 20mm in the upcoming fight, but the flamethrower definitely seems way stronger overall, which I assume is just maybe a little bit of balance or imbalance. But we'll keep using our flamethrower tank. We'll keep moving our stuff up. The AI is kind of having a battle in the middle that we don't really need to worry about. They never lose it. There's the L640 trying to do some work. It doesn't seem that effective, especially compared to like this flamethrower. Definitely not a vehicle that can fight well against armor. Definitely some jank with that armor. I don't know if it phasing into the ground was something they could do. Oh, goodness. Well, there goes the L6. You can see how thinly armed it is. Also, there's a Crusader tank, which is quite neat. Thankfully, all these tanks from the British are light tanks, so pretty much, as you saw, this Panzer III, for whatever reason... Anyway, the tank spun around but still murdered them. So, Panzer III definitely seems powerful. I'm going to get a second Panzer III so I can deal with that armor in a mobile way. I'll also get a Pak 38 so we can see what's going on with that, but we will wait half a second in order to move our stuff and all that. You can see the GRB there.
Pioneers, we have orders to move out. We have orders! Moving now! Get this Panzer rolling. Shoot this! We're not expecting trouble, right? Commandant, look lively!
There's a grenade assault. Does solid damage.
Another accolade. My Panzer is moving. Infantry defeated.
We'll keep on pushing towards
What will it be?
that village that we need to capture. We're going to make a quick detour to get this point. And this other point, and we'll use the standard point in order to build one of those very, very useful forward repairs or forward medical stations.
What we need? Infantry dead. It's dead. Watch your heads. This right is about to get robbed. Loser. Take your time. Forward, driver. Ahead, full.
We're losing crew!
Another lively. Move order.
Germany now holds the victory point. Awaiting your command.
So now, I believe... well, we can at least activate this one.
What do you require?
But I believe on standard points it would be possible to convert it. At least in the normal game. Although, we're not exactly in the most normal area. But let's keep going forward.
Glory awaits men. Orders, crew.
Good work. The Flak 36 is a powerful addition to our long range arsenal. We can use our mobile squads to find targets for it. Now we should set up the Flak 36 to cover the roads into the village. Move down, men.
Cover time. They're bigger than us.
Awaiting your command.
Hold on.
Get in! What do you need? Move! Pick up those feet! Enemy light Panzer gone! That's another blood!
Switch to AT!
Clear the way! Ahead full! Keep up your rate of fire! Engaging that target! Panzer! Reporting! Drive or die! Move! Infantry dead! It's dead! Chauffeurs! Don't let them flank! Assaulting that target! Enemy infantry out of action!
Get those legs cover! Destroy
Veteran! We were already veteran! Get this panzer rolling. We're not expecting trouble. Panzer destroyed! I expect nothing forward! Let's make some ground! All right, we're moving. Command us!
Yes, we can use one of our abilities, this airstrike, and we'll try to knock out that building.
Faster retreat! Crew! Pay attention! Enemy back! Knocked down! Faster! While you're watching the feet, God help us!
So I believe that wiped out the squad. Again, I apologize for that janky audio, but there's nothing I can do if I want to actually show you guys the game. But we've cleared that village. We'll cap this point, and we can maybe build a medical station there.
All off the village. Intercept and destroy the withdrawing British troops by setting up defenses here or taking up positions along the main road.
So now we have to defend from units coming from this way. This is the final part of the mission, so we'll just get a little bit more gameplay, and then that'll be it for the video.
Utility vehicle standing by.
So we can convert that, which will be nice. But let's see if we can't maybe salvage one of these burnt out tanks. But we'll get that pack. We'll set our forces up in order to...
We have liberated the objective.
Panzer's coming through. Patch up and be ready to get back out there.
You need us.
Move it, crew!
Pioneers have building orders.
The war's this way.
So yes, it does seem like it's just mainly normal points that can be built. So I sadly don't think we have enough pop cap in order to resurrect this Crusader. But it would have been nice if we could have. Anyway, so
Ready for orders.
here come
Plenty of ground to cover.
enemy convoys. Some lighter, mostly lighter vehicles. Thankfully, this is a pretty easy section. Maybe we'll see if we can lose a unit or two.
Effect on target. Hold the line. Come on. Don't let them run. Those cannons when they see it.
You can just see more combat.
Right into my line of fire.
I want to know, what do you guys think of the graphics in this game? I definitely think they're definitely on the brighter side, and these look quite weird compared to, say, like the standard Company Heroes 2 stuff. But playing this, I'm kind of warming to them. I'm liking where it's going. Maybe it could be a little darker, but I don't think it's like too far off, everything considered.
Panzers get priority. Weapon crew, eager to dig in. Light Panzer wasn't a match for us. You touching clock. Marching orders.
Other things I do like is that I think this tab of info is actually really nice. You can see squad health, which is good to know, exact numbers. Like, you also can see the loadouts. So these guys have MP40s or some SMG alongside maybe another picked up weapon. You can see upgrades, which display the number and the rate of fire and all this like really important information that you wouldn't otherwise know. Also veterancy, it tells you a little bit. You got the portraits, which, you know, you might vary. Personally, I like some of these portraits. Like, I think this one looks really cool. But some of these I think are like kind of okay, but not super impressive. Let's call in a Stuka airstrike and finish this off.
Somebody better have a shot at it. Repairs complete. Commandos, cannon when they see it.
Well done, men. The enemy forces have been defeated.
And that's it in order in the Company of Heroes 3 Alpha. Only one mission, and we didn't get to see all of it, so I honestly would have really preferred to have a second mission, maybe from the British side, so we could see what they were kind of becoming, because we haven't played with those in a long time. But that's all we have. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'm very curious what you guys think. Leave your thoughts on Company of Heroes down in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe because I'm going to have a couple more videos. We'll talk a little bit more in depth about the Desert Africa Corps and what I think about it, and then maybe like some other little ends and bits and thoughts that I have on the current way that this is going. But otherwise, that is all I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.